Let's talk about Michael Cohen, who testified yesterday down on Capitol Hill. This is part of what he had to say about his former boss, Donald Trump.
I am ashamed because I know what Mr. Trump is. It was my experience that Mr. Trump inflated his total assets when it served his purposes. Mr. Trump knew of and directed the Trump-Moscow negotiations throughout the campaign and lied about it. Everybody's job at the Trump Organization is to protect Mr. Trump.
Now, of course, Lisa, the Republicans say, yeah, you should know a liar because you are a liar. You admit you've lied to us before. Why should we listen to anything you have to say?
Look, I think that the most interesting aspect of this is that it takes the focus directly off the Mueller investigation and moves it to the Southern District of New York, where they're investigating the Trump Organization and the financial aspects of President Trump's business. I think that that's really what this calls into question, especially given the connections between President Trump and Deutsche Bank, the loan that now the accusation is that President Trump inflated his ownings and his wealth in order to get loans. Is this going to be a financial fraud? I mean, all of those questions, I think, really come to the fore.
And Mr. Cohen, in the testimony at one point, gave an oblique reference to say, well, you have to talk to the Southern District about that because there are other things being looked at. In the meantime, we have Mr. Scaramucci come to maybe President Trump's defense. This is what he said. I'm not sure how much of a defense it was. This is part of what he had to say.
The first part of it, I was actually there for a year, and I know the president for 20 years. So I think it's a stretch to call him a racist. That's just my honest opinion.
I would hope there's somebody call me a racist. My friends wouldn't say it's a stretch to call me a racist.
Didn't you say that he was a liar but not a racist?
Honestly, what reality television show are we watching? This cast of characters is too much. I can't.
Well, here's my question with that. Is like, if you're a Deutsche Bank and all these headlines cross, wouldn't you be like, well, hey now?
Yeah. By the way, because they had the documents, like how he evaluated his home up in Westchester. He wildly, according to Mr. Cohen, inflates it, and they loaned against this thing.
Yeah, to be clear, hold on a second. A lot of this, again, allegations from somebody who is a proven liar, an admitted liar.
True.
So, we have to take that on its face. I think that the issue here is the focus on the financials, which, frankly, President Trump said was a red line. That red line is being crossed. Yeah. That is what I think is most interesting.
Yeah, exactly. But how many prosecutors bring cases based on people who are questionable in their ethics? Normally, your best witnesses, if you're going against criminals, your best witnesses are not normally Boy Scouts.
That's true, right. So we'll have to see. And he did bring documents, so there you go.